Hey everyone, investors should be cautious about any and all stock recommendations and should consider the source of any advice on stock selection. Nothing in this broadcast is an offer to buy or sell any financial instrument, including but not exclusive to stocks, options, etc. This show is for entertainment purposes only. All investors are advised to conduct their own independent research into any individual stocks, any purchase decision before making that purchase decision. In addition, investors are advised that past stock performance is no guarantee of future price appreciation. Now we got that out of the way. Welcome to the live show. This is the Financial Reboot investment team, and let's get started. So, it was kind of a calm day in the market today. We started off, with a little fire in our britches, but we tamed down as the day went on. Um, Not a whole lot going on in the news cycle, just the same old rhetoric from last week with, Al Franken, Conyers, all this stuff. Everybody's screwing everybody. Um, and using your tax dollars to pay for it. Anyways, so we ended up down about a point on the S&P, and we ended up down about 10 points on the Nasdaq, and we're up about 22 points on the Dow, flat across the board, not even a quarter percent on any of them. The big news today was Bitcoin. Bitcoin just went through the roof. Almost got to 10,000, got up to above 9,700. We've got a play for Bitcoin coming up, and we'll let you know, as always we do with our plays. We tell you what we're up to, and we'll let you know what we took up some new plays today, and we'll let you know what we were playing at the end of the show, towards the end of the show. Other than that, it was a great day for retail. Last time I heard on the news, this is probably going to be the biggest retail sales day in the history of this country. So good job, retail. Unfortunately, most of it's online and it's mostly Amazon. So I don't know how that helps the small boxes, but the big boxes are definitely feeding well. We had a little pullback from oil today. We scroll down a little bit here. You see, we're down about a point. Uh, Almost 2%. At one point, it was down about 2%. It's even settled a little lower. It settled at about 1.4%, at $58.11 for a barrel. It's Russia. The oil's going through a little flux right now. It's been up and down, and we're still long on that play. We told you we went long on Friday, or last Wednesday. We went long on OIH at $25 calls. So we'll see how that works out. But there's what created this today was the Russian out cutbacks and stuff. People are just doubting it. Nobody believes anything anybody says, and they're probably right for not doing so. But we're long oil. Gold. You can remember we were telling everybody in the last couple of weeks be bullish on gold. Gold, it's kind of stuck at that 1300 level. We're not in it right now, but we're looking for a breakout or maybe a failure at this 1300. It's a key level there. So we'll keep an eye on it and we'll let you know. Other than that, it was just a quiet day. You can see the dollar was kind of up and down today against the basket of other stocks. They're trying to get Powell confirmed and things like that. So, a lot of calls in the market today. We saw a lot of big analysts come out. A couple of them saying that this might be the end of the bull market. I believe Vanguard, which is a very, very good fund family, very reputable, came out today and said a seven, what was it? Uh, well, some 30% correction is coming in the market. We'll see how that works out. We play it kind of day to day right now. We're very cautious and we advise everyone to be cautious right now because we are looking a little toppish and that plays into our free pick. We'll talk about that in a second. And in fact, you know what? Let's run over what the economic news is real quick and let's get right to that free play, okay? So tomorrow we got a bank stress test. We'll see how that comes out. And then the day after, we've got the preview GDP number. So those will be kind of interesting news. I don't know how much they're going to move the markets, but we'll see how they turn out. Let's see what the news is first. Janet Yellen speaks on Wednesday. Crude oil numbers come out on Wednesday. And then we'll get the big GDP number later in the week. Tomorrow we got a bunch of Fed speakers on board. One word, one wrong word, and it can turn the markets upside down. But we're just advising being very cautious right now. We took up a short position in the spider. We took up some $257 puts. Right now the spider is at about right about 260. A little $3 move down. You can see that the last time it looks like it's got good support there. It looks like we're getting too tight of a moving average move here. We're not getting the pull up that we wanted. And it looks like a little bit of a momentum shift, although the MACD is crossing over. We think the buying is short-lived. The other thing we went short on is retail. We were talking about that last week. We started this play last week, and we added to it today because retail had a little pop today. So we tried to take advantage. It ended up 8 cents XRT, but it was I think it was up actually about 20 cents, 25 cents. So we think this is the last gasp here. Retail's had a good run this season so far. Black Friday sales have just been incredible. Cyber Monday sales, obviously incredible. It looks like it might be the biggest retail day in the history of this country. This is the last gas, and that's why we doubled down today. We got the same contracts. We're in those $37 puts, so that's what we like, and that's what we're playing. We think a pullback to 38, 39 is easily in the cards, and then it'll get real destructive after that. There's just not a whole lot to buoy retail right now. Really, if you want to own retail, own Amazon. That's our advice. Um, Little pricey for us, but and so let's talk about the news real quick. Like we said, there was really no news. Trump doing his thing, you know what I mean? They're still trying to pass this through the Senate, this tax reform. But something that caught our eye that we think everybody should be aware of is this headline here: Buy Bitcoin with credit card. That's the one of the biggest searches on Google right now. And that is your bubble. If you want to know what your bubble is, and this is what we've been waiting for, is the bubble to really show. We figured the bubble would happen around 10,000 because it seemed like so many people over the last year and a half have just had that 10,000 number in their head that could become a big psychological thing. We'll see. Hard to tell with Bitcoin, right? We were telling it we're at 65. We were waiting for a little pullback to buy it, and now it's at 99 or something like that. But this is important because look, buy Bitcoin with credit card. Think about it. You are borrowing money to gamble money. Probably not a smart thing, right? Guys, think back to 2000, January of 2000. It was a lot of things combined for the tech crash. Valuations. Valuations were just astronomical. I mean, 250, 300 PE stock was nothing. That was considered the norm back then. But the biggest thing was you had the new phase, and that was online brokerages. You had your e-trades coming out. And then after that, I think you had TD Ameritrade, and then you had your smaller ones like your Scott Trades and stuff. But the discount broker really took footing. And what the discount broker did was present an opportunity where the little guy, which is a good thing, but unfortunately, we gave the opportunity to the little guy without educating them properly, and so they don't know how to handle it. Um, that's what's happening right now. What happened was the brokerages gave these you $500. You could use your Visa to open a E-Trade account. I remember that. I remember when E-Trade was $500 to open an account. And then guys would come out and they buy Cisco. They buy a bunch of Cisco options, and guess what happened in January of 2000? All that money's gone. That looks like that's the danger of Bitcoin. What happens with this is okay. So you go in, and with a stock, it was a little different back in 2000. You could buy an option contract, right? Option contract, basically, you can win it all or lose it all. It can't go any different. There's no altering from that course, right? If you buy an option at $1 a contract, the worst that can happen is it goes to zero and you lose your initial your upfront investment. What can happen with if you take that with a stock? Imagine that's a stock. So you buy a stock at $1. Well, it can go to zero, right? And it can just keep going down. What happens is these people, when you buy a Bitcoin with a credit card, you're probably trading on margin. So now you've got a triple whammy in there, and this could get really ugly. We'll see. If there are a lot of people that are using margin, if there are a lot of people that are using borrowed money on margin, this is really, really going to be an incredible bubble. So, that's the clients that ask us, if you guys are wondering, the clients that ask us, we're telling them take your profits. absolutely take your profits. Especially if you bought a year ago, you're up so much. Why not take your profits and then you can always look for a buyback in? But at least you put that money in the bank where it's safe. So you guys take that with a grain of salt. Don't forget we are short the spider right now. We doubled down on XRT short, and there's just not a whole lot of news today. It was really a boring day. Uh, we're still on this Flynn thing. There's your news about the Cyber Monday. Oh my God, man, the sales are just incredible. Um, Here's another one. Billionaire hedge fund manager Ken Griffin. He says Bitcoin has the elements of a tulip bug mania. He's probably right too. We think he's right. So we're definitely not buyers of Bitcoin at this level. And if we were holding it, we would be cashing in. So you guys have a great Monday. We'll be back tomorrow. We went a little short on the market. It looks a little toppish to us. If you're not short on the market, if you're just kind of trading your own program, just be very cautious right now. Things can change right now in a heartbeat. There's another potential. We had a big discussion. We had two big discussions this weekend in the trading room. One was about Bitcoin and that whole uh, bubble thing, and the other one was about the NFL because we were all in the trading room, and we saw an article about the attendance was down again, and we had a big debate. Is it the national anthem protest or is it just a bad product? Personally, I think it's a bad product. I'm the only one out of the group that thinks it's a bad product. You look at yesterday, I think you had 12, 14 games. You had two with winning records. We're halfway through the season. Tonight, we've got another snooze fest, right? We've got the Houston Texans, which their quarterback is hurt. Deshaun Watson, who was just having an incredible season, looked like he's going to have a crazy rookie season. He got hurt. But it's another snooze fest. It's a washed up Joe Flacco and a limping Baltimore team against a crippled Houston team. It's like, that's why I think the NFL is losing viewers. It's just not exciting anymore. Yesterday we were watching a game while we were researching it. We had it on the TV, and it was just incredible. There was about a 10-minute span where all it was replays. I mean, the game's dead. The product sucks. There's not enough star power. This is my opinion. The product sucks. There's not enough star power to support the expansion. They should have stopped expanding a long, long time ago. They're trying to make this headway in Europe and stuff, and they're just losing the American market. Europe is never going to give up soccer. If the NFL thinks that's their cash cow, good luck. Again, it comes back down to leadership. Now, the gang in the room, again, thinks it's the national anthem. It thinks it's turning. Everybody else thinks they're turning off all the viewers. So, but we'll see how it turns out. Either way, we all agree that the death of the NFL is upon us. So you guys have a fantastic Monday afternoon. It is pouring rain and freezing cold in Honolulu. Kalihi's 76 degrees right now. We are bundled up like it is the friggin' tundra. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching today. You guys keep cautious out there in the market. And if you own Bitcoin, congratulations. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Aloha.